read my heading here. Welcome to Radio Guy Online Evening News. My name is Adelaide Ofer Obobisa, and I'm here together with
Joshua Zuwonu.
And in the headlines, STC bus attacked by alleged secessionist group, drivers beaten, bus burnt. Suspected armed robbers kill Okada driver in Wenchi. We will close morgues to show our seriousness, says mortuary workers. Ghanaians have waited too long for you, Chief to Nana Jane. Ghana records 2 additional deaths, 38 new cases in coronavirus. And in business, Fisheries Minister to provide updates on sector interventions. In international news, who will become the next United Nations representative in Libya? And in sports, Offenso accident. Kevin Prince Boateng volunteers to help bereaved families. In entertainment, I started smoking at age 6. Weed is my food and everything, says Ken Ayusuba. The news now in detail. Some persons suspected to be members of a secessionist group have attacked a state transport company bus in the Volta regional capital, Ho, and burnt one of its buses. According to a City News report, the incident, which occurred at midnight on Monday, September 28, involved the members of the group firing gunshots before proceeding to beat up the drivers. There's currently a heavy security presence at the scene. This latest incident comes just days after some 31 suspects alleged to be secessionists were remanded by an Accra Circuit Court into BNI custody for 2 weeks. They are facing 5 provisional charges, including conspiracy to attend a prohibited meeting, unlawful gathering, and routing. They reportedly pleaded not guilty when they appeared before the Accra Circuit Court 2 on Monday, September 28. They are being prosecuted on the provisional charges of conspiracy to attend a meeting of a prohibited organization, unlawful gathering under a prohibited name and organization, and routing. The prosecution, led by ASP Sylvester Asari, asked the court to remand the accused persons into custody to allow for further investigations into the Friday incident. He urged that the police were compelled by law to present the accused before the court, knowing very well that the court lacked jurisdiction since the incident occurred in the Volta region. And to our second story, an unidentified armed men have killed 20-year-old Ilyasu Adama from Wenchi in the Bunu region. The Wenchi Divisional Police Crime Officer, Superintendent Mr. Thomas Ejohoho, confirmed the incident to Radio West Africa, Nana Afre Damanta. He explained that the incident happened in the night of 22nd September this year. Superintendent of Police, Mr. Thomas Ejohoho, said the deceased Ilyasu Adama chartered by the suspects to Apenkro area, a village in the Techiman North District of the Bunu East region, where the suspected armed robbers attacked and killed him and bolted away his motorcycle. He said the corpse has been given to the relatives for burial in accordance to Islamic rites. The Wenchi Divisional Police Crime Officer said investigation is in progress to assist the suspects on the run. The motorcycle with registration number M19BT1584 have been found at the outskirts of an Ofuman and brought it to the Wenchi police station for safety keeping. And to our third story, the General Secretary for the Mortuary Workers Association of Ghana, Richard Kofi Jordan, says the association will close all morgues in the various hospitals if their grievances are not addressed before 31st September 2020. This comes after the association, in a press statement, announced a strike action effective September 1, 2020. A statement which was signed by the General Secretary to the group, Richard Kofi Jordan, on 27 September 2020 said, the strike necessitated by failure of the Ministry of Health to resolve long-standing but resolvable grievances of the association. Speaking in an interview with Ekoba JC, Richard Kofi Jordan said, the association will embark on the strike until its demands are met. According to Richard Kofi Jordan, the association has unresolved outstanding issues of salaries, allowances, job placements, and provisions which need to be addressed by the Ministry of Health. The secretary of the association lamented how mortuary workers were omitted from beneficiaries of the 50% bonus promised by President Akufo-Addo to motivate frontline workers in the COVID-19 fight.
The Nkoso Hene of Ati Mokwa Traditional Council in the Central Region, Toby Gota, says the opposition NDC running mate Prof. Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman ascending to the office of the Vice President after December 7th election is a foregone conclusion. Addressing a gathering when Prof. Jane Nana Opoku-Agyeman visited Trifo, Bim, Oja, he urged his people to vote for the NDC party to come back to power and complete all the uncompleted new deaths from complications related to the virus. This has seen the country's total number of deaths move up to 301. The Health Authority has also confirmed 38 new cases of infections, which has caused the cumulative case count in the country to move up to 46,482. The number of active cases has also increased from previous 477 to 530, while 45,651 out of the 46,448 total confirmed cases have been declared recovered.
And in business, the Minister for Fisheries and Aquaculture Development will tomorrow, September 30, 2020, outline interventions that have been rolled out by government to boost the aquaculture subsector. The sector minister, Elizabeth Afolekwe, is expected to indicate measures that were also taken on compliance and enforcement of fisheries laws and regulations. Madam Afolekwe will also give an update on activities of the National Premix Fuel Secretariat, which has been of concern to many fisher folks. The National Premix Fuel Secretariat was established by the government to oversee the administration and distribution of premix fuel, a heavily subsidized petroleum product. Since premix fuel is highly subsidized by the government, the Secretariat ensures that monitoring is enforced to avoid diversion. The Secretariat also ensures that the proceeds from the sale of premix fuel are being used to develop fishing communities.
Ghanaian player Kevin Prince Boateng has expressed his desire to offer any form of help to bereaved families who lost their relatives in the tragic offensive accident which claimed the lives of some young players. The former AC Milan midfielder noted that he felt sad hearing the news about the young players who died in the accident. KP Boateng disclosed that it dawned on him to offer a helping hand to the victims and the bereaved family following the continuous updates he had from the accident. 8 out of the 24 players from the African Vision Soccer Academy died in the car crash after the minivan they were traveling in from a football registration exercise veered off the road and fell into the Ofinso River. 6 players died on the spot, whilst an additional 2 were confirmed later at the hospital. 4 of the juvenile players were buried last week, which remaining 4 to be buried on Thursday, October 1st, 2020. However, KP Boateng, whose father of 2 expressed his desire to offer any help or any form of help to the bereaved family to soften their pain and to mourn with them. KP Boateng, who recently signed for a new deal club in the Italian Serie B, was desirous of getting in touch with any of the bereaved families.
And to international news, the country is still awaiting the nomination of a special envoy to succeed to Ghassan Salamé and to Stephanie Williams, who has been replacing him on the job. In a few hours, Williams's duties as interim envoy will end. For 7 months, Antonio Guterres has looked for her replacement without success. The latest applicant, who was approved by the United States, has not been met with an unanimous vote by African countries sitting at the Security Council. They want an African for the job, but twice already the US has vetoed an African application. In March, the country rejected Ramtane Lamramra, the former Foreign Affairs Minister of Algeria, who had been met with consensus. In June, Hannah Tete, the former Foreign Minister of Ghana, was also rejected by the US. The next UN representative to Libya will be faced with an ever more divided country, despite the ceasefire that was announced last month. And entertainment, Ghanaian traditional musician Albert Apuzure, well known as Ken Ayisoba, has revealed that he started smoking marijuana at a very tender age. He told Zion Flex in an interview on the Uncut show that he began smoking marijuana, otherwise known as weed, at the age of 6. The I Want to See My Father composer averred he has a taste for weed, and he has not encountered any problems since he started using it. He believes his blood is compatible with weed, and it has been a constant substance that he uses. However, Ken Ayisoba disclosed that alcohol is not his favorite as marijuana. He explained that he only takes drinks with a small percentage of alcohol, but weed, on the other hand, is his everything. The popular traditional musician argued weed does not make people suffer mental challenges. He, however, advised people to stop consuming it if it is not compatible with their blood. He disputed that alcohol, most especially akpoteshi, a local alcoholic drink, has negative health implications more than weed. And this ends Radio Guy Online Evening News. Before we take leave of you, a recap of the headlines. SCC bus attacked by alleged secessionist group. Drivers beaten, bus burnt. Suspected armed robbers kill Okada driver in Winchi. We will close morgues to show our seriousness, says mortuary workers. Ghanaians have waited too long for you, Chief to Nana Jane. Ghana records 2 additional deaths, 38 new cases in coronavirus. In business, Fisheries Minister to provide updates on sector interventions. And in international news, who will become the next UN United Nations representative in Libya? In sports, Kevin Prince Boateng volunteers to help bereaved families at the Ofinso accident. I started smoking at age 6. Weed is my food and everything, says Ken Ayisoba in entertainment news. My name is Adelaide Ofer Obobisa, and I'm here with
Joshua Zogoni.
Have a good day.